Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the London Bulldogs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Prescott from the gun. Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. King operating from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
This is Elliott, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play there on the option. 43 yards on the ground. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the...
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Hassan Reddick, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. To throw is Prescott. Buying time to his left. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game.
Now a hit and a loose football. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our field. We go 46. 26.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott steps away to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Cooper was the intended target. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll find Hall. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. throw on second down. King. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
To throw is King. Throwing on third and long. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
First down and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Gordon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. King escaping the pressure right. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. King And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. That pick hurts a little extra because there's third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And 21 yards there as they convert on third. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
Throwing, Prescott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Intended that time for Cooper. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 innocent contact?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 2nd and 4. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Check 25. Check 25. Check.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's King to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Gets it to Gordon. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Gordon on first down. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Gordon as they go to him again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete. It's Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, check right. Watch it, watch the screen.
Now King, throwing again. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, let's get this. Mike 55.
King now, throwing on 3rd and long. And caught by Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Mike 55.
King from the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Darius Leonard, his 2nd sack of the night. First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. The kick by Bryant is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott now. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott looking downfield for Godwin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Reuben Foster picks it. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there by Gordon. And even 50 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken the lead. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Welcome back now here in London. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in.
And, my goodness, another interception. T.J. Green with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Cooper was the target there. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Again, it's Elliott. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs.
And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He's going to rifle one deep. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored point,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
47.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott, he's going to float this over the middle deep. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
I got it. Shoot.
To throw is King. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go, G. Mike 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, King. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll run it with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. To throw on 3rd down, King. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Check 31, check 31. 61. Match box. Right. Go. Go.
Here's King on first down. It's Williams on the catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You ain't got nothing.
2nd and 3. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys.